Hey, what it do? What the business is?
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal underscore Brown if you're looking for me on socials.
Absolutely. And I am Spike Lou on those same social sites. Holla at your boy AB. How you feeling out there, my boy?
Feeling good, feeling great. Slow motion Billy Ocean this weekend. I didn't really do too much. Stayed in the house like I love to do. Yeah, I love staying in the. No,
Yeah.
actually, I take it back. I went bowling. I stepped out for five
Really?
seconds and went bowling.
How was that? No, you unathletic as fuck.
Crazy as hell. Al Bundy on them bowling lanes, nigga. You talking about
That's
nothing.
hilarious.
Nah, I'm
That's
regular as fuck.
hilarious. I ain't bowled in so long. Let me get out there and do that. Man, it's been a minute. But man, also if you got out this weekend and you checked out the Bad Boys film, check
Yep.
me and AB out on Frames Per Second. We did a live reviewing the movie, so you can find it on YouTube. Had a fun
Oh yeah.
time doing that. Shout out to Frames Per Second, guys. So if y'all looking for some more content from me and AB, go check that out.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Go get that youtube.com/ I don't know what they thing is, but frames per
Frames Per
second
Second.
bad boys,
Mhm.
man. It's up.
Yeah, exactly. Look it up. And in addition to that, we here to talk hip hop with you good people, man. You know what we do at On Deck. We talking about Bun B taking the stand.
Mhm.
The YSL trial continues to be a shit show.
Facts.
Drake drops a new cover song. We talked about this last week. We got to readdress it. Billboard released a list of the hottest female rappers, excuse me. And Method Man had something to say about his Summer Jam booking. But first, AB, I know you broke down in tears. The gods bless the world, all of black people, with Kendrick Lamar throwing a show on Juneteenth, letting niggas know that you not like us. AB, one question. What are your expectations for Kendrick Lamar when he pop out and show you niggas on June 19th?
Shout out to the pop out event, the Kendrick Lamar and friends. He has taken this L in stride. I'm proud of him, man. He's not down about the
What planet
loss.
are you on?
He's not too down about the L he took to Drake. So good for him. I do think this is a very smart play, though. There have been rumors that he's got an album brewing. People that's been going all the way back to, well, not all the way back, but since May, people have been saying that he has something on deck. If that is true, actually, even if it's not true, this is still a dope idea. But if it is true, and this is like a slick promo to kind of segue into that, that'll make this even better. But if we talking expectations, it says and friends. Does that mean TDE is gonna pop out? Are we getting a Black Hippie reunion? Are we what we gonna do? Are we getting J. Cole? Is he finna pop out? Like I don't know, but that's what makes this exciting, I will say. And the fact that he's doing it on Juneteenth, that was genius. This is a very smart play, and he's being a good sport after taking a loss. So man, so he's not a sore loser. Salute to Kendrick, man. I'm proud of him.
I don't know what you're talking about with loss that you on your own planet. We'll get into that later when we see what niggas do when they get beat in rap battles. They remake Beatles songs. Apparently, they're not rappers no more. But with that being said, very fire idea. I agree with what you're saying. LA and well, excuse me, Kendrick Lamar and friends in LA. I'm expecting YG. I'm expecting all the black hippies, like you said. I'm expecting some surprises, Snoop, Game, maybe. But yeah, I expect this to be very LA, and I expect him to like. This is the victory lap. This is the parade. I won. I beat all you niggas' favorites. This nigga that y'all thought this nigga, the light skinned god that y'all thought was gonna do this, I turned him into just a freaky ass 69 god. This nigga, I beat him. So now we finna pop out and show niggas have had a victory lap all around LA. I need niggas out here crip walking. I need all of the LA sauce on it. Niggas need to be ghost riding the whips. All of this needs to be happening on this show. It's going to be streaming on Prime, I believe, and I am tapped in. I'm mad I can't be there in person, but I definitely will be streaming this.
Yeah, tickets sold like hotcakes, obviously. I didn't even see how much it cost, but it really didn't matter. He could have charged anything for this. It would have
Yeah,
sold out. It doesn't. This is how you take advantage of a moment. You have to do
yeah.
this one night only. I wish more people did this. One night only. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Whatever it's a reunion of some sort or just taking advantage of the hottest rap beef, biggest rap beef of all time. And I like also the fact that he's doing the Kendrick and Friends type thing, and you just named a couple of people that he may bring out. Those people that you just mentioned were all name dropped by Drake on his songs. But Drake is probably not in a position where he can do a Drake and Friends today. Kendrick is kind of hot right now with the joints that he put out. He can do this right now, especially in his backyard. So he really doesn't have to bring
Kind of hot
Cole
is
or
crazy.
anybody from outside of Cali. He can just bring out all Cali niggas
All
and
my
like
Cali
just
niggas, yeah.
yeah.
Metro Boomin and Future need to be done too, though. They need to do that and like that.
Oh,
Like
now that
you
would
got to
be
open the
that would
show
be
doing like that.
crazy.
You got to open the show doing that. Then we going up from there.
That would be
But yeah,
that would be crazy.
facts, right? Yeah, I need them. Like whatever favors I got from them niggas for doing that verse, I need y'all niggas to be there to just be here 10 minutes. We can do this first, and y'all can get up out of here. But I need y'all to like I gotta come out to like that. And then we popping it off from there. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm gonna be tuned in. I usually don't check the streams and concert streams out unless it's like something I'm really anticipating. I can't remember the last name that I looked at,
Concert
like via
streams be
concert
tough, bro. Like
stream.
that's what I ain't gotta worry
Yeah,
about
you're right. I,
parking
I
and
just
niggas
don't.
stepping on my shoes
I
and
ain't gotta
what
pay
we
the
talking about?
1,000,000% you right, but I'm agreeing with the logic of it. I just don't remember checking into a lot of them. Like the only thing that I was consistently there for on the streams was the verses, and that was
Mm.
like Jeezy and Gucci. I vividly remember the last thing I probably watched. But yeah, I'm
I,
here for this 1,000,000%.
I think I think the Drake and Kanye benefit concert, whatever the fuck that was called, that was streamed, and so was the
Ah, yeah, with the J Prince shit.
yeah, the Jay Prince shit, and Kanye did the Donda 2 that was streamed. That shit was fire. That shit was super dope
Really?
in Miami. Yeah, that shit was hard. He had the childhood home in the water. It was on fire. That shit looked crazy. The
I
camera
remember you
work be
talking
real
about that.
dope.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
remember
I'm
you
looking
talking
forward to
about
this. This is gonna be That's funny you mentioned verses. Every time we mention verses, I think of how that just came and went, and that pisses me off every time it gets brought up too, because
that.
they
There should
left
be a
so
versus
much on
damn
the
near every,
table.
if not every month, excuse me, if not every other week, it should be at least every month. There should
At
be a versus
minimum.
still going right now today. Right now today, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, shit nuts.
Niggas got too much money.
Events that are still going strong. Summer Jam went down about a week and some change ago. One of the acts, OG Method Man, he took to Instagram and said, "Man, you know what? Never again." He and Redman performed together. He said, "Quote, not our crowd at all." He said, "Thanks again, New York and the whole tri-state area. Plus, Pete and Ebro got love for you guys, but never again. At this point, the generation gap is just too wide for me. Hashtag never coming back." Do you feel Method Man's frustrations at the generation gap for the Summer Jam? He said, "I ain't never going back."
Um, I feel it. I get it. Like I've being an older hip hop person and being like you said, we've I've been in places, you've been in places you sure was like, damn, I'm the oldest nigga in here. I'm not doing that again. I
Yeah.
was expecting a different outcome. However, I don't know how cordial it was to make that public though. That's a L you just take in silence though. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gotta go to social media, especially because I'm an old nigga. I ain't gotta go to social media and let y'all know and put hashtags up and say I'm never coming back. Because now you're just inviting people to either criticize you or make fun of you. And why do I need that? Like I would have mental. I would have seen the crowd if I was met them. This is not my crowd. I'll never be here again. And I ain't got to tell nobody. I'm shaking Ebro hand, whoever, and y'all will never ever see me again. And I can think that in my head without tweeting it. I think that's where some of the backlash was coming from because you went and tweeted it, bro. Like it seems almost like you're shitting on it or you just did it for a check. Because now, oh, I got the check and niggas wasn't appreciative of what I went up there and did. I'm the great method man, and y'all should be more respectful. Like, nah, bro, nobody's trying to hear that. And I know he didn't say that. I'm putting words in his mouth. However, it does sound like he's complaining because he came out on social media and did it. What say you?
Yeah, Method Man is 53 years old. The hashtag never
Mhm.
coming back was nasty. That was
That
so
was disgusting.
nasty, bro. Bruh. Keep that to yourself. They were gonna call you what, 5, 6, 7 years from now, bro? You'll be 60. You weren't coming back anyway. Like this was the last one. Whether you knew it beforehand or not, this was the last one. So maybe that was just confirmation when you were on stage. and people were just sitting there waiting for Glorilla to come up. But nigga,
Facts.
you weren't coming back anyway, cause and they can still put on a good show. Like Method Man not washed out here. It ain't like he flabby and sick out here. But I'm saying,
No,
at
no.
when they gonna call him back realistically? 5 years from now, bro, you pushing almost 60. So it wouldn't make sense regardless. I will say though, there will come a time or a place or some type of event, and if they can pull this off, this will be big. Whoever can successfully bridge the younger generation and the older generation together in some type of event, I don't know what, they're going to do very well. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if it's a show. I don't know if it's a festival. I don't know what the fuck it is, but if somebody can figure that out, because hip hop has gotten to this part, it's gotten to the stage now where there is a crowd that still wants to see the Method Mans or the Busta Rhymes or whatever the case may be. But putting them at Summer Jam is always kind of come off as a little bit younger. Like if you go to the radio joints down here, but that's a younger crowd. When the last time you listened to the radio, bro? Like you're not going to the fucking event. So like if someone can just bridge that gap, I think there's something there. I know was that Hit Boy or Metro? One of them wanted to work on a project that would have younger generation, older generation, the same thing. I don't know
Oh,
what it
yeah, I
looks
remember
like,
that.
but it will work.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at the lineup if you met the man and like you're right. People are still here for Method Man and Redman. They could go somewhere and put on a show where people are going to be interactive and know their music, but it's not at Summer Jam with Doja Cat and Sexy Red and
Mm,
Offset and T Grizzly and
no,
DeVito and
no.
Sleepy. I don't even know who Sleepy Hollow is. So I'm
Mm.
saying if I met the man, I'm like, oh, it's the classic question, like, who all gonna be there? That's what I need to know before I pull up and start distributing my energy here. Well, he should have known beforehand. Like you could have asked more questions, I believe. You could have put some like research into who the headliners was. Like if I met the man, I'm never doing an event where like Sexy Red is there. Nothing against her or anything.
It's
We
just
just don't have the same crowds. And
yeah,
I
it's
know I'm
just
going to have a reaction that was like, what we doing?
bro.
Yeah. I'm not old, flabby, and sick, but I'm feeling like it up here because everybody waiting to hear me say booty pink pussy hole booty hole brown, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah,
Cats RTs.
it's so. But the only thing is, I will say though, the fact that they're still giving the OGs some light on the Summer Jam stage is commendable. I wouldn't have said anything out loud just for the fact of that. Don't fuck it up for the next OGs for next year. Like don't make them go back to the
Exactly.
drawing board and say, yeah, Method Man said it's too old. Maybe he's on to some all young niggas. Then fuck it, no more OG shit.
Yeah,
Like don't
now
do
we
that because
doing the
that could
whole
happen, bro.
first generation, right?
So
Yeah, like you
that
could do it blocks. Like if they come in, there should be a block of OGs there. And then I can get out of there. Like you have Method Man and Red Man there from like 2 to 4. And
yeah,
whoever else that fits in that category, and then the old heads can be out of there by 4, and then we start bringing the young cats out, and the
yeah,
young kids can get there at 4. Like ideally, it would work that way. But yeah, I ain't. Yeah, Sexy Red crowd is not Method Man crowd
yeah. Festivals are
in
tricky,
the
dog.
slightest. It is.
What's next?
What we got next? Next, we have Dog Pound. Dog Pound revealed AB that Snoop and Dre have a new album called Missionary dropping. Are you here for it? It comes out in July.
Yeah, so Dog Pound is promoting their new
They
album
just
that
had an
just
album drop, right?
yeah, it just came out maybe a week or two ago. I haven't listened to
Did
it.
you
It is
listen
on
to
Death Row. Shout out to that.
it? Interesting.
But it's called We All We Got, by the way, for anybody that wants to check it out. But this Snoop project with Dre, it is obviously the sequel to Doggy Style, thus the name Missionary. It has been rumored for a couple of years now, and they literally said, "Oh yeah, it should come out in July." Like, whoa, Dre ain't said that. Snoop, I don't even know if they were supposed to say that. Now, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
think it was going to happen when I heard rumors of it previously because when the last time Dre had to blow the dust off his MPC, bro, his keyboard when when him and Snoop put this together, even if they did. And we know how Dre is notorious. He's a notorious perfectionist. He takes years to do shit and then never puts it out because one, he doesn't have to, and two, that's just the way his mind works. But I would be interested. I think Snoop has an underrated discography. I know he's not as musically relevant as he was in Doggy Style days, clearly, but some of his later material is actually quality. Minus the Jamaican album and the shit he did with Pharrell, that shit was slaw. Outside of that, he's got a pretty solid discography. So I would check for this, and I want to hear what Dre sound like in 2024. What does his production sound like? Because he hasn't really laced us in a long time, and so in my opinion, this will either cement his space, or if this don't sound like nothing, it's gonna drop him down a notch on a producer all time list. In my opinion,
Mm. His space ain't in concrete already to you?
nah.
That's crazy,
Pharrell
man.
too active,
Um,
Kanye too active. Them niggas been killing shit. But we ain't heard a new Dre beat in at least 10 years, bro. Just a
heard
beat.
one on that on your boy AI shit. That was the AI Drake beat on the Drake song that they had for
Niggas,
Pocket. Snoop.
the knockoff Dre beat harder than the Dre beat now, bro.
I feel like Dre feel probably like I done my work, bro. I got the Chronic. I got Doggy Style. I fucking brought you niggas Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, NWA, Snoop Dogg. I can relax and kick my feet up, nigga. I don't have to do more beats. I am Dr. Dre. So I don't agree with you in the sense that like this album means nothing. This means absolutely nothing other than I'm Snoop. I own Death Row, and I want to put albums out on Death Row. I think probably this is where this will come out at
Yeah,
Death Row, and I'm not
Death
sure how
Row,
much ownership
Aftermath, Interscope.
Interscope. Got it. So yeah, this means nothing. Like this could be a complete fire album, and I would still look at Snoop the same way, or this could be complete shitball, and I would still look at Snoop the same way. This absolutely means nothing. I don't
Ain't no
expect
way.
anything from it. I don't even think that it comes out. Honestly, if we talking realistically, we probably will never see this. Some niggas do not know what they talking about in Dog Pound. So that's my full expectation that it never even comes out.
Because you would think they would be promoting it now. Or do they
Yeah,
have
it should come
to?
out in July. If I'm Dr. Dre, I ain't like you said, I ain't dusting off the keyboard for some like, oh, we just putting this out. It's like a lucid, like, nah, nigga, I want the full rollout if I'm Dr. Dre.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
we doing press kits and all this
Apple
shit. It's
deals,
June, nigga.
nigga.
It's June. Yeah. It's June already, nigga. We got less than a month. So it should be a single or something out. Yeah, I feel like they still need to do that because they can be successful. And there's a still, like we just talked about with Method Man, there's a generation of kids that don't really know Snoop and Dre like me and you know Snoop and Dre.
Yeah.
They need to reintroduce themselves to that crowd if they're going to do an album. Even though it ain't for them, they still need to be seen as personalities, as pillars in this community that we call hip hop. So they need to be active if they're going to drop an album. They can't do the Beyonce thing. And I ain't even talking about sales. I'm just more so even talking about impact. I don't like they don't need to be active for it to sell. It's gonna do what it's gonna do because it's Snoop and Dre, but just so people will understand the relevance of what this is in 2024.
Yeah. I'm just curious to hear Dr. Dre production. I need to hear what that sound like, bro. Like I think he's behind man, I think he working with Marsha Ambrosius. Her new project come out this month. And I think he did that.
Mm, really?
Again, we'll see. They did drop a song. That motherfucker sounded fire too, though. Not even gonna lie to you.
Mm,
But I'm interested to see what this hip hop shit sound like. Cause this could I disagree. I wouldn't look at Snoop any different, but I would look at Dre if this was hot garbage, I would look at him differently. I'm not gonna lie
mm.
to you.
That's
I'm not even gonna
literally
hold you.
impossible. You know that's impossible. Dre
Shit.
gonna have some heat.
Yeah, all right.
You
You
can't
can't tell me
you
the
can't
last
name a time that
fire.
he didn't have some heat.
Bro,
When
look,
was the
what's
last time it wasn't fire though?
the
Like
last
the beats
nine
on, like, would you
songs?
consider that what song?
I'm looking at
Like what has Dre did recently? You was like, that ain't it.
he did Three
It's just
Kings
he
on God
ain't
for
been active.
he did Three Kings on God Forgives I Don't with him and with Ross and Jay. He did
Jay
Compton on
Z,
Kendrick
yeah.
Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. That beat was cool. You see how you trying to think and remember what the fuck these sound like? That's what I'm saying, dude.
I mean, but I've done my work, bro. This is extra. All this is extracurricular activity for me. I have the chronic doggy style again, and I introduce you to I introduce you niggas to the biggest stars of rap, arguably, like one of the biggest groups. Eminem, one of the biggest acts. Snoop, one of the biggest acts. Kendrick Lamar just murdered Drake, one of the biggest acts.
Fuck.
So, like, what else do I need to do for you niggas? Like, if I'm
Listen,
Dre, I ain't making no beats, man. Hey, you get these little throwaways, and them beats that you just named was probably throwaways anyway. She will
all he
probably
been
sit in
putting
that
out
nigga
lately.
keyboard since Chronic 2001. How y'all got a
Hush.
beat for you here? You're
And
14 years old.
that Compton that NWA soundtrack that came and went. That's what I'm saying. And niggas
That
and we
Compton
stopped
was,
asking about
yeah.
detox too. That's how we know it's niggas stopped
And
asking about
we've
detox.
accepted that he's retired because he's
No,
retired. Dr. Dre is retired. That's what it is, bro. Like he not who he don't hoop no more, bro.
we
I don't
still
even got basketball shoes, nigga. I don't hoop no more. I'll pull up to the
shit.
court to holler at y'all, nigga, but I don't hoop.
Hey man, let's take it to Billboard. Their first ever hottest females in the game list. It's kind of reminded me of the hottest rapper in the game MTV used to do, man. We used to kind of look forward to that. Billboard's first ever top 10 hottest rappers. Let me give you the criteria first and foremost. This list is based on quality of records, chart success, buzz within the culture, notable business endeavors, partnerships, and touring success. Hmm. Okay. So,
Oh,
top five. Number five, Ice Spice. Number four, Doja Cat. Number three, Megan Thee Stallion. Number two, Sexy Red. Number one, Nicki Minaj. Mm.
mm.
Are we sure Nicki
uh,
Minaj is the hottest rapper right now?
just yeah, yeah,
Are we sure?
female, yeah,
Well, and
absolutely.
we'll say the last
Yeah,
year. I don't know when the time period. We'll say the last year. So I guess that makes sense. If it's the last year, that makes sense.
yeah. She just, I think the album is platinum by now that she just
Yeah,
dropped, and every tour day has sold out. So
that's
the,
true. The tour was crazy. That's
yeah,
true.
yeah, the tour was crazy. See, I would give it to her still, but they do some tricky shit when they use that word hottest. Like if I'm sitting at home, man, and I know people gonna hate this or love this. If I'm Rhapsody, I'm pissed. I just dropped an album, bro. I rap better than all of these chicks, and I know they ain't what this list is not necessarily about bars, but I ain't getting no love. Like y'all got JT on here over me. Like Cardi B ain't had an album in 6 years. Is she over me? I just
She's
dropped like 2 weeks ago, bro. So that was the biggest takeaway that I had from this list. Like, yeah, I'm not taking anything away from the ladies on this list, but Rhapsody not even being mentioned, like not even getting an honorable mention at 10 because I did just drop an album and I am the best rapper of anyone on this list. I won't say it's insane. I expect that out of like a Billboard publication in today's times when they're trying to chase headlines and do lists like this. But I would still feel some sort of way if I were Rhapsody. I was like, you can't do me like that, bro. You can't put Glorilla at
she,
6 and I'm
she's
not even
hotter
on the
than
list,
Glow.
bro.
Is Rhapsody hotter than Glorilla, my nigga, for the past year? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, but you
Let's be
can't not
honest.
have me on the list though. Like it's cool if I'm 10. You can't disrespect me that bad and just not even put me on the list.
The person
Rhapsody
who's
not hot at
10 is
all.
hotter than her right now.
Flo
That's what's
Milli hotter than
crazy.
Rhapsody.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
just like, I ain't even gonna
She's
hate.
more relevant.
I mean,
And I fuck
JT
with
hotter
rap.
than
I'm a
Rhapsody.
huge Rhapsody fan, nigga. I got the picture to prove it. But I'm
It's
saying if we're talking hot and
JT
who's
hotter than Rhapsody.
that's debatable. That's the one. JT shouldn't be on here
JT
though.
should have been JT could have been 10
That's
or
fair.
like that's what I'm saying. Like JC, she shouldn't have been 9. I'll give you Flo Milli because she is twerking with Meg and doing all this shit. Like I seen this. She's on
Yeah,
the new remix. She is the buzz is there and she can rap. So yes, I would leave Flo Milli on this list. She wouldn't be 10. If I was removing anybody, I would remove JT,
that's fair.
put Flo Milli at 9, and then put Rhapsody at 10.
That's fair. Now that I'll take that. JT, she's
But
dropped the
JT got a hit
song.
out right now though. So we saying all that, but she do got a hit out right now. The
Who?
chicks love that song. JT, she
And
got
we
a
just we
hit
calling that
right
a
now.
hit? That's what we doing?
That's a hit, bro. That is a hit.
Wow.
I mean,
She
not
hotter than Rhapsody
to
then,
the
nigga.
standards. Maybe
she
Rhapsody should have got a song with JT.
nobody want to hear that shit.
Maybe
I
that
I will say we'll round out
shit.
the top 10 though. Like we said, it's Flo Milli at 10, JT at 9, Lotto at 8, Hardy at 7, and Glorilla at 6. To be honest, if you look back at
Okay,
rap,
okay is the name of the JT song.
yeah, that's getting buzz. I'm not gonna front it is getting buzz.
Yeah.
If you look back 10 years ago in rap, we wouldn't have been able to name 10 female rappers that we all knew. I
Nah,
can name a
you're right.
song from every one of
This
these
is
people.
facts.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
you can name an Ice Spice song?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you
You're
go.
not even a fart.
Hmm.
That in a
I
fart.
was gonna say, what was you gonna say? The fart song?
Yeah, tough. That's the only.
That's,
And she had the
you
song
don't
with
even know
Nicki
the
too.
name of it, dude.
She got the Barbie song with Nicki. You
Is
can there's Ice Spice songs out here for sure. I ain't finna do it like that.
is Doja Cat a rapper?
Yeah, and her album fire too, and the deluxe that she put
Really?
out banging.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
tough.
interesting. Hmm.
She dope. She rap
Interesting.
and sing.
Shout out, shout out to Meg, man. Her tour looks like it's doing really well. She in
Yeah, the tour
shape.
going crazy. Her album come out this month. She slid on that remix too.
Hey,
She slid on that Lotto remix.
she did that Sunday service. She
Yeah, that's
definitely did.
banging.
And Flo Milli, Flo Milli. I didn't know Flo Milli was that cute. I don't even
Yeah,
think
I
I knew
fuck
what
with
she
Flo
looked
Milli. You
like before.
sleeping, man.
She fire. Yeah, she a little chocolate. Yeah, she fire.
Yeah, you
I was
sleeping,
shocked.
man.
I was asking, like when I seen them backstage, I'm like, nigga, who is that?
The Slim Shady.
X.
But yeah,
Shout out to Flo Milli, man.
if you're a fan of female rap, though,
Uh
you have options. Is all we're saying.
yes, that's a fact. There are options out there. And check out Raps. She ain't make the list, man. That new album. I like it more and more each time, maybe, even from since we talked about it. Like
Yeah,
that she is that shit fire,
I'm
man.
gonna be honest. You
That
could
album
almost
is
argue that
really good, bro.
you can argue that Cardi could be 10 and you she Slick could be took off because the two singles she
Yeah,
put
no
out
album in
really didn't
6 years
move.
is crazy. Yeah, and no album in 6 years is crazy.
That's what we
That's a
just
fact.
know that if she announced it, if there was a date tomorrow, it would move the needle
She would be
more
number one.
than
She would be number one.
yeah, facts.
Facts.
That's the
Yeah,
only thing that's keeping it up.
that's a fact. All right, man. Moving on, man. I put my foot in my mouth last week, AB, when we were in studio. Shout out to the guys over there, dead end. We talked about Drake, and we talked about, man, he would have to completely just drop the fucking ball for people to continue to harp on this beef. And I said that was impossible last week, AB. I said that. And then the next day, your man's, you see your man's? He
Mm,
dropped a cover of Hey There Delilah. Now I don't know who these white T niggas is, whatever the name of that group is that redid it, but this is a Beatles song. I'm familiar with the Beatles song and their version of it.
are we sure
And
about that?
this is a Beatles song. Yeah, 100%.
I didn't know that.
Fact check me on that.
I
Yeah,
got
fact
you.
check me on that while I'm talking. I'm pretty much sure that this is a Beatles song. That's where it originated from.
Let me see.
But as you look that up, this was the road that Drake decided to take after the Kendrick Lamar beat, after rapping over BBL Drizzy. I want to do this soft ass cover of Hey There Delilah. I want to know Drake Stan, AB, aka smart move or dumb move.
Yeah, this is not a remix. This is Plain White Tees is the original group. This they song.
Not a stop it. Hold
Now
on.
I
Go
can
ahead.
see you getting it confused with a Beatles song because it sounds like some shit they would have done, but that is not a Beatles song. First of all, I see that the fix is in on my boy in the railroad him because when this song came out, Twitter
Yeah,
and
it is. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's not, but Twitter and all the social media was calling this a Drake song, and they were only posting a snippet of Drake's verse. And that's all that. But Drake drops in the. First of all, this is not even his song, dude. There's a whole song, and people are only posting his verse. I'm like, why are they? I don't understand why they're doing that. And the reason they're doing that is because of the way it sounded. But the reason it sounds that way is because the actual artist whose song this is a parody artist, dude. This is a parody song, but that's not how it's promoted on social media. So I see that the fix is in. They wanted to get my boy up out of
Yes.
there. Now they all
Yes, they did.
conspiring to look what he did. Look how trash this is. Look, this is Drake's new song. They calling it Drake's new song. This is not Drake's new fucking song, dude.
It is.
What the hell is
It
going
is
on
Drake's new
here?
song.
I hate it here. What happened to the game I love? Nigga, this is some bullshit. What is this? Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that. You mentioned Jay-Z now, you get front page. Now get off Jay-Z. Dick, this is all this is, dude. I'm sick of
No,
this
it's
shit.
not.
It's a sad day in
Mm-mm.
hip hop publication. The Source is rolling over in its grave. Double XL is rolling over in its grave. Murder Dog is rolling over in its goddamn grave at the way the media handles hip hop in 2024. It's fucking sickening. I hate it.
All of that's bullshit, and you know it. You know that's bullshit. You know we sit here and said last week, bro. Yes, you can continue to be Drake, and this beef will not affect you if you continue to do Drake things. This is not a Drake thing, and I still stand by this being a Beatles song, even though I can't find it. No, I've
It's
heard
not.
I heard the fucking Beatles saying this, but that's neither here nor there. Drake shouldn't be doing bullshit like this, and you know it, bro. Like I don't need you to come with the hardest track ever after being completely wiped off the map by Kendrick Lamar, but I don't need it to be Hey There Delilah either. This is whack. Even if I did this a long time ago, I'm not clearing the sound. I'm not clearing it. You're not hearing this. Y'all can wait like a year, but nah, we're not doing this at all. This is what's going to change the narrative to okay, Drake can still be Drake versus this nigga spiraling for real. Because that's what it sounds like now. It sounds like I'm spiraling for real. I'm trying to rap over BBL Drizzy, my diss song, and it didn't hit. Now I'm doing Hey There Delilah on some bullshit feature. I don't care what you're saying about, oh, it's not his song, bro. You did the song. This is your song. You Drake. Just like Versace is your song now, just like the song with the nigga from Memphis is his song now. This is now Drake's song.
No.
So don't act like every other time that Drake hop on something that it don't turn into a Drake track. This did the same thing, and it's not the Drake track that we should have heard. Like somebody around him, somebody should know. Like, nah, this ain't it, bro. We're not doing this. You can do this in 6 months. You can do this next summer. But after I just got my ass handed to me by Kendrick Lamar, I'm not doing Hey There Delilah remakes, bro. Let's not. No, no, we're not doing that.
First of all, we're not gonna act like that's not a classic fucking song. That's number one.
What?
The Hey There Delilah is the shit. That's first off.
You
The
you
original.
you were familiar with this song?
Yes. You never heard Hey There Delilah before? What the
By the Beatles, nigga. Why are you acting
Oh, you're
like
making that up. They never fucking did that song. Plain put some respect on
okay?
plain white tees.
So you're telling me that this song came out in 2006, 16
Yes.
or whatever?
I've
No,
had it on my
absolutely
I've
not.
had it on my
Bro,
white playlist for years. It's
this
that
song
shit,
came out in like the 70s, bro.
bro. It
Like
just
I feel
sounds
like
like
this
it.
is a
You're getting confused with
Mandela
yesterday, bro. You're getting confused with the
yesterday.
Beatles yesterday. That's what you're getting
It's not the
confused with.
same thing. I know yesterday. I have that saved on my white playlist as
It's the
well.
shit.
But it is fire. Yesterday is fire. I've heard this fucking song before, and it wasn't by the White Tees, bro.
All right.
This is a Mandela effect moment from the Berenstein Bears and what's the movie with Sinbad? That movie that never came out that everybody swear it did.
What
You're not
movie?
familiar with that?
No.
Uh, when Sinbad played the genie.
Hell no.
You've never heard of that movie when Sinbad
No.
played it. It was called Kazam. Kazam.
Oh, I thought that was Shaq.
Yeah, see that's the conspiracy theory. Like there are people out there that say the movie starred Sinbad and it's a poster for it and everything, but people are trying to act like it didn't happen.
Oh,
Look
that's
up
crazy.
Sinbad Shazam. It's
I
called the
see.
Mandela. Yeah, like Sinbad Shazam. It's a whole like Reddit thread about it and everything. Like people act swearing it happened and it didn't.
Well,
I feel the same
this
way
did
with this.
happen. So,
Yeah, by the Beatles in the 70s, nigga. This is an
fuck.
old ass song.
This is a song that nobody cares about. The outrage is fake and the fix is in to get my boy up out of there, but it won't. It won't happen.
He
This is
helping
a
him.
song of the summer is on deck, nigga.
Oh
Count,
my
believe that.
God. Yeah, like that. It's been playing for a while now. And not like us. Songs of the summer have been out. And Million Dollar Baby.
Next up, man, what this YSL case gets weirder and weirder. Just when you thought you've seen it all, more shit happens. YSL member Lil Woody,
Lil Woody is crazy.
yeah, Lil Woody is nuts,
Lil
was
Woody is crazy.
arrested during the trial for refusing to testify, and then Young Thug's attorney was taken into custody during
Damn.
trial as well. I don't know what's next. Everything but Young Thug getting free has happened. It seems like. What do you think of the two arrests in the YSL trial?
This is crazy. That's what I think of the two arrests. And I do owe apologies to YSL people that were saying Young Thug is gonna get off. I didn't think he was gonna get off in this case. Now it's looking like more and more each day that he will be getting off. If not because he's innocent, more so because the prosecution has been incompetent It's amazing to watch what has been happening with this trial, how they fumbled the witnesses,
Yep.
how the judge has been dealing with the defense attorney. This shit has been insane for anybody that has been following this. Little Woody saying he went in there, and I don't know if he's a rapper or what it is, but he went in there, he played the fifth today. And the significance of that is he was one of the state prosecution's witnesses. He was one of the people that was blaming or pointing the finger at Young Thug, saying that he killed or was attributing to the drive-by.
Yep.
Now he's taking his whole testimony back and acting like I don't know what y'all are talking about. Y'all can lock me up because y'all say I'm lying. It doesn't matter. And now the lawyer who got locked up today, he said that the judge and the prosecution have put something together where they are making his client look bad. It's a collusion is what it's called. So he said they're colluding against his client, but he would not divulge where he got the information from, which is why he got locked up, because the judge asked him where did he get the information that they were colluding against him, and he provided the information, but he wouldn't tell him who told him. So that's why he got locked up in contempt of court. Insane shit is going on, and all that points to for me is Young Thug getting out of this with time served after the trial is over because they couldn't come to a conclusion and they're going to dismiss the case, and he gonna go home. Like that's what I see happening.
Yeah, the Mr. Woody, there's footage of him in the
Mr. Woody is crazy.
interrogation room singing like Roberta Flack. And so allegedly he had immunity when he was taking the stand, but he still chose to plead the fifth. And that's where they were trying to tell him, like, nigga, that's not what we agreed upon. Even when they asked him how old he was, he said, I'm grown, I'm an adult. And then they asked how old he was in terms of years. He said, I plead the fifth. To how old you are, bro. What is going on? What is this, dude? Is this a parody too? Is the
Yeah,
Hey There Delilah
this is
and
a
this
different
both
color.
a parody? I don't get it, bro. This shit
This
is
is a different color,
insane.
bro.
Like, it makes no sense. Like you said, I think it was tied. I think the lawyer found out that there was something going on with this with Woody, I believe, in the judge, and they kind of scared him to not do so. It's something to that effect, bro. And he got word of it, but wouldn't say how. So for him to get carried about, Young Thug was looking like, bro, what? I don't understand what's going on. They're like, take him in custody.
That's crazy.
Everything
My
has happened
lawyer did.
except Young Thug walking out the front door. And you're right, that may be happening sooner than later. And I will say though, I saw T.I. got asked about this.
Yep.
He got asked about Young Thug coming home and like what you think he'll be able to get his spot. He said, "Yo, you don't got to worry about that. We already got shit set up for him. Don't worry, you ain't got to worry about
That's
a
fire.
thing." And I
That's fire.
respected that answer from Tip. He was like, "Bro, we got the systems
They're
already in
good.
place for him, nigga. The bag
Mhm.
waiting on him. You
I
ain't got to
love
worry
it.
about it." So shout out to
That
Ti for
was
that. I thought that was dope.
that was such a solid answer. I can't
It was.
like I think it was Breakfast Club. Yeah, I think it was Breakfast Club interview
I think
that
so.
I seen it on, and yeah, you're right. That I love that answer from Ti because the question was like, with all of the money that he's spending on his legal defense
Bingo.
trial been going on for 2 years, like how he gonna bounce back? And like Ti was like, bro, that ain't even, that's the last thing
Yeah.
on our mind as far as him bouncing back. Like I know how to make money in this business. He knows how to make money in this business. The systems are still in place. So he's going to make money in this business. We just need to make sure he get out of that courtroom.
Yep.
And again, like I don't know how detrimental YSL was to Atlanta. I'm not outside like that. I've heard stories, so like whatever. But again, I ain't with Young Thug being persecuted for some shit that they just trying to lock up the image of and not really stop crime. So yeah, if he get out, man, and he's able to make money, more power to him. I ain't knocking him for that.
Is he out by the end of the year?
End of
Or is
this
it
year.
or is he either he's out or he's sentenced? One of the two. Is this any of that happening by the end of the year?
Yeah, this trial should be over by the end of the year. 6 months from now,
Mm,
this trial should be over. It has to be, bro. With this
mm.
shit show, like, there's no way the prosecution gonna keep like letting this shit happen. Like, either the judge gonna call it or they gonna fuck it up. But yeah, this over. This should be over in 6 months.
That shit is embarrassing.
Yes, it is. Shout out to Fannie Willis, man. I'll let me.
Shout out to her though. Fuck that. Shout out to Fonnie, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to Fannie, man. All right, next, man. Before we get into these wins and these losses, AB making the rounds across the internet. We had to move this from a win to a loss because I feel like this deserves some conversation. Bun B. Bun B was in court and he testified against a man who broke into his home, put a gun to his wife's head, and nearly killed her. And what the internet was saying is that Bun B may be a snitch. Maybe is testifying to lock the nigga up that almost killed your wife because he broke into your house and wanted to rob you, snitching.
Obviously not, man. And I'm gonna be real. I only saw the reactions to the snitch allegations. I didn't actually see anybody really saying, "Man, this is snitching right here." I didn't see that. All I saw
Oh, it was
was,
some dusty ass niggas online doing it. It was
but
some
then, but
dusty, crusty black Air Force One wearing
they probably didn't have no avatar,
shoestring for a belt. Like
bro.
those niggas, yeah.
They probably didn't have no avatar. It was probably some 14-year-old kid in middle America trolling, bro. Like that. I don't believe a grown person, a grown sane person would look at this situation and literally call it snitching. They have that they have to be trolling. I refuse to believe you gotta be trolling or you gotta be 15. Those are the only two
Mm.
acceptable situations. Well, I'll take that. That's the only way. Obviously, the shooting happened in the robbery attempt happened in 2019, by the way. And Bun B ended up shooting the guy that broke into the crib or whatever, shot him in the car, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was trying to break into a car, he
Mhm.
shot him, whatever the fuck. But Bun B handled it exactly like how he's supposed to. Nigga had a gun have the gun in the crib to protect the family for situations just like this. If some bullshit pop off, be ready to protect your wife because his wife wasn't ready for none of that. I mean, we're not supposed to be. Like that's not her role, nigga. Like,
Facts.
and
And I'm not a
you,
street nigga. I rap. I have a legit profession. I'm a real rapper. I'm
he's been
not
a
a nigga that
businessman
raps and
for a
sell
long time,
birds. I ain't a nigga that rap and is still hustling. I rap, nigga, and make legit money from it.
bro. This nigga's a restaurateur, nigga. Them trail burgers from Be Airwell. Like, what are we
Facts.
talking about? This is the goofiest shit. This is where the internet gets on my nerves, along with trying to hate on Drake. This is right there behind it. This shit is silly. I really wish people would. I wish there was like a troll police. You know how when you say something, you know how when so you say something on Twitter that's factually
And they put the
incorrect?
little fact thing
The
right
little thing.
there.
We need that for the trolls. Like this account is
This
known
is
for
a troll.
trolling. Like, bro, like stop. And there needs to be some type of flag for that shit because it's getting stupid.
Yeah, I did see a little bit more than you did, like what you're saying of people calling his street cred into question because of him testifying. And let me tell you something right now. I'll quote Jay-Z on this from Friends. I don't care if the house on fire, nigga. If me and my wife beefing, I ain't going to nobody's nothing, nigga. And I attribute that to this in the sense of, yes, nigga, I'm going to take, if I'm married, yes, I'm going to take the stand for my wife. Yes, I'm going to shoot or try to kill the nigga that broke in there and tried to harm her. That's what comes with marriage, bro. A lot of these dusty ass, not having a bitch, having a baby mama ass niggas out there like, oh, this is snitching. No, nigga, this is what you sign up for when you want a wife, nigga. This is what you're supposed to do as a husband. If the police came to you and was like, well, bro, if you don't testify, he's probably going to get off. You ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm too hood to be testifying, nigga. I'm Bun B. Like, no, nigga. Give me my suit, give me my tie, tell me when the court date is, and I will be there, nigga. That's what being a husband is all about. It's insane that people try to like the back and forth that I've seen about this and people trying to question his street credibility about this is insane. Like I'm Bun B. I got plenty of money. Yes, I could have had something done to Buddy. I could have found out. But do I want that on my conscience? Do I want to live with I got this nigga killed because he broke in my house and I have enough money to do so? And maybe the nigga that killed him would snitch on me someday? No, nigga. I'm going to court. Lock this nigga up. Yes, officer. Yes, judge. Yes, lawyer. Whatever it may be. Like, come on. I agree with you in the sense of the troll and shit. Like, people got to be fucking realistic. And that's the biggest problem that I have with the internet. A lot of people aren't realistic. The realistic scenario here, it happened. It happened in the sense of a nigga broke in my house. I shot that nigga. He didn't die. I called the police. Now they need me to come to court and testify, and he's going to go to jail for 40 years.
Yeah.
Yes, sign me up for that. versus anything else that niggas who are super street dreamers would sign up for. Sign me up for the civilian part. I'm doing that part.
You don't, yeah, you don't want the other side of that. You don't want to know how the other
Yeah.
side of that could go. It's just this is the best outcome for him. For Bun, I'm referring to, bro. You're not. Just let me know, niggas that ain't really been outside though. Like again, I'm saying if you're of age, if you're a teenager, then I'm not counting that. Then you might have some delusional. You just haven't seen enough, and you're delusional enough to think that to not really understand the context of shit, and just being a grown person. So I'm not counting that. But if you're grown, this lets me know you ain't really been outside, or you just full of shit. Because if you were in the situation, you would have done the same goddamn thing. Like you just again, you're just trolling. I need the troll alert on my social media. Can I please activate that? Elon, please make that happen. Like, stop. Because people got to know, man. Because there'll be somebody that doesn't know that. They'll see that and go, man, hell yeah, dad, you right, man. Hey, that is kind of snitch. Like, bro, shut up. Shut up, man. Y'all making us dumber and dumber by the second. Like, please, fuck. That shit got on my nerves
Oh,
so bad, bro.
facts.
That shit was dumb as fuck, dude.
It
That nigga been
was,
married to
man.
his wife for 30 years, bro. You think he gives a shit
Oh.
about or 20 years, excuse me, 20, 21 years, bro. Like what the fuck?
What
What do I look
whatever
like? What
he's
am I gonna go ham shoot the nigga myself? I'm gonna go find the nigga myself, dude. What are you talking? This ain't a
I'm gonna
movie.
hire a nigga. I'm gonna hire a nigga to kill him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hire a nigga to kill him, and then that nigga that I have to hold now forever in trust because I gotta hope that he don't tell nobody. Man, stop, bro. That's a movie. That's
Yes.
not real life.
Niggas is
That's a movie
watching,
script.
bro. Niggas
Like
watching
that's
way too
power.
many.
Yeah.
Niggas
You
watching
niggas
way
is
too many
watching
powers
power.
and equalizers, bro. Like
Yeah.
John Wicks and shit. Like, bro,
In
stop.
in the real world, this is what happens. Even with niggas like Bun B, even with niggas that made Murder and Pocket Full of Stones and all of those songs, yes, this is what happens. This is the real world. Newsflash.
Niggas is
All right,
ill,
hey, B,
man.
hey, B, let's get into some wins and some losses before we get out of here. First win or loss, my guy, Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, hops on a Yellow Beezy song. He puts the verse on this. Is a win or a loss?
Yeah, Prime was shaking in the studio, man. He was hype.
Facts. I fuck with this.
This a W, man. I thought this shit was hella funny. It was random, man. Shout out to Yellow Beezy though. Again, this is a younger generation reaching out to the older generation and bridging the gap and making some cool viral moment. I'm not saying I'm gonna ride to the song, but it just shows respect. It shows a younger person having respect for an OG. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I Dion really can't do a lot of wrong by me. People give him a lot of flack for the HBCU shit. I get it. I'm not mad at you for being mad at him about it, but I still believe overall that his message and his what he's pushing is what we need, and I fuck with it. Like even hopping in the studio with Yellow Beezy, going to Colorado and making that what it is. Yeah, I'm here for this and everything that Dion does. So yeah, W for me.
Facts.
Next winner or loss, AB Rock Nation. They launched a campaign for $300 million in scholarship to go to Philly students. Is this a winner or loss?
I respect this. I saw someone that was kind of hating on this a little bit. I saw there was a narrative about this,
Mm.
how the money doesn't really go to this, that, and the third.
Ain't no
The,
narrative. It's facts and fiction, nigga. I know
yeah,
you finna try to cape for Jay-Z because that's your man's, but it's facts and fiction.
nah,
Ain't no
but
narratives.
there's no difference between this and any other philanthropical effort. The 300 million
AB,
doesn't go to
stop
the.
it,
I'm
bro.
look. In case y'all didn't know, when y'all don't,
Stop,
when they ask
bro.
y'all to round up when you at the grocery store, do you want to round up? Do you want to do a dollar to the Boys and Girls Club? The Boys and Girls Club does not get your whole dollar, dude. I hate to break it to y'all. They get like 15% of it. It's no different than any of these other situations. So
It
while it
is.
makes for good press, it's a nice heartwarming story. You hope that I know people that have gotten benefits of certain scholarships from headlines like this, so they exist, but they don't make this big of an impact as it looks. But I mean, it's an impact still. I haven't given a scholarship money to anybody. So salute to whoever the fuck is behind this to do something. I can't be mad at that. But you're gonna hate, but I'm gonna ask you as soon as you hate, who the fuck have you put through school, nigga, for a fucking scholarship? Nobody,
Who's
then you
putting them
can't
through
hate.
school though? I put if you're looking at the fine print of this, yes, I paid for it too because this is paid for by tax dollars. I pay taxes, nigga. I'm a tax paying citizen. Um, no, this is a L, and the reason that this is an L for me is because they quit. and Jay ain't said nothing about this, so it's hard to blame him. But the headline says Rock Nation does this or does that, and then when you read into the finer print, it's not a Rock Nation thing at all. They're only in charge of promoting this. This is a
Mm.
taxpayer funded program. It's government vouchers to help kids go to private schools. And the backlash that has been given about this is, well, why don't you just give the money to public schools? That would be more helpful than trying to get students who usually don't qualify for private schooling into private schools. It's going to be way more effective. There's
I think
research
there's
on
something
this.
to that though. I think there's
Mm,
something because I think it's if it's tricky because what's the name used to try to do this back home.
who?
Mookie. Mookie
Right.
tried to do something for public school back home, but if you do it for one, you have to do it for the whole. Wasn't that?
All of
I think
for
that's
the whole
kind of the
district. For the whole
yeah.
district, probably.
It's all
But
connected.
okay, but we're talking about $300 million and the misleading part again. And I'm not blaming Jay Z for this. I'm not saying that Jay Z is a bad person for this. I know he's just tied to this because it's Rock Nation. But I do assume or would want someone from Rock Nation to be more involved in the logistics of this versus just saying, I'm promoting this and let's put the headline out. If I could read something really quickly that I've seen on Twitter, this is from a chick that did the 13th Amendment documentary. I don't know if you've seen about
Hmm.
mass incarceration. Her name is Ida B. Wells. And one of the things that she says, if you read the fine print, all of the money is coming from taxpayers, i.e., the government. Rock Nation is not funding this. It is just launching an educational campaign that maybe it is being paid to do. I'm researching, but certainly its involvement is to convince poor Black parents to leave the public school system and put their children in private schooling. I'm not saying that this is a bad or a good thing. I'm do saying like the misleading of this, and for her to even have to address this and say, "Hey, this isn't what it says it is." Rock Nation could have did a little bit more work for this to be more beneficial to poor kids because it doesn't seem like that's what it is.
And
It's very misleading, and that's the reason that I call it an L.
the 13th Amendment was done by Ava DuVernay. You said Ida
That's
B.
what it
Wells,
is.
which is crazy.
No, that's her Twitter name.
Oh, okay,
Ida B.
gotcha.
Wells. Yeah, yeah. Duvernay is the lady's name. You're right. That's who I was tweet I was reading, but her Twitter name is Ida Bay Wells. Actually,
That's
BAE.
actually pretty funny.
Actually,
Yeah, but the whole thing about the private school voucher thing. Have you seen that with the Trump Project 25 shit?
I've seen the post and I ain't really looked into it yet.
Yeah, you got to read that.
The
I ain't
Project
gonna lie to
25.
you. You got to read that bill.
Okay. Yeah, I seen people talking about that. It's been popping up a lot on my timeline actually, so I
That
gotta go
shit.
check that out.
There's a lot to do. They're trying to do away with the Department of Education, which in turn will it's like something about the funding the schools, but to offset that, they'll give kids vouchers for private school, but they don't say how much the vouchers will be. So if a private
Mm.
school is $30,000 a year and they give you a voucher for 2,000, the voucher
You still
doesn't
got to pay
mean
28 grand.
anything.
Yeah, that facts.
But
That's a
anyway, that's the political
yeah.
podcast right
I'm
there.
gonna look that up. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up definitely.
Please do.
Next winner or loss before we get out of here, naming the on deck of the week and our put-ons. AB, your man's Whack 100 says Biggie's murder was called by someone on the East Coast, but he won't say who. Is that a winner or loss?
This was a very hot take because he named the shooter, which everybody has. This has been done before, so this isn't new information. The same, but people before had said that Suge called the hit, and Suge paid 20 bands for the dude to do the Biggie shooting.
I
Let
remember that.
Wack tell it, yes, that was the guy, but the call came from the East Coast. He didn't specify. We don't know if that's Puff. We don't know who that, but I think that's what he's alluding. If I had to guess, but he wouldn't say. Now he might just be caping for his Pyru homeboy Suge Knight, try to get the heat off him because that's where the rumor is that he's the one that did it. But so I'm gonna say an L because he won't say who. Like you might as well, do you talk? But he did no, he no. You know what? I'm sorry, I take it back. It's not Puff because he said all parties involved are dead now, including the person that this came from. So yeah,
Mm.
and the shooter. The shooter died shortly after.
Yeah,
So it's
it's
not Puff.
L for
My
me.
bad.
Yeah, I ain't, I'm over Whack and teasing the Biggie murder shit. This is damn near 40 years ago now. But it's like talking about JFK murders when we were coming up,
Which
bro.
still
Like
gets talked about, by the way.
it does. You're right. Like, but I mean, if you're not gonna, like you said, if you're not gonna tell us, bro, like, shut up. We don't care. I'm over the conspiracy theory aspect of it. Enough time has passed where somebody should have let something slip, and if not, then just stop talking about it. Like we don't care what. This is just him pushing for a headline.
Yeah, it's your man, Whack 100.
No. Who you got for on deck of the week?
We're going to YouTube, man. Someone commented on a episode from a couple of weeks ago when we were in studio talking about that was when the Drake and Kendrick beef had went stupid.
The dismantling of Drake.
I don't recall that part. Shout out to the real CJ said, bro said we're trying to make it a bop. Correction. The song became a bop an hour after it dropped. I don't know what you're talking about. It's still not a bop, nigga. A month
Shout
later.
out to CJ, man. Shout out to CJ. The real CJ.
That ain't it.
The real CJ.
That ain't it.
Oh shit, man. What you got to
Appreciate the
put us on
comment
this
though.
week? Was that it?
Yeah.
What you got to put us on this week?
In addition to Bad Boys review, like you mentioned, which I enjoyed the movie. Check out for some music for a different type of vibe. Check out K Tronada, some electronic joint. I listen to this when I'm at the coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
um, planning, plotting, and strategizing. This is the type of music that I listen to when I'm doing this shit. Uh, so yeah, if you need just a different vibe, a palate cleanser from all this rap hippity hop shit, check out K Tronada's project.
You like the third person that's mentioned that album? I'm gonna check it out.
I don't know if it's your vibe. Again, it's you definitely have to be in a certain. That's why I say I listen to it when I'm at the coffee shop.
Got it.
It's
Got it.
that type of vibe. But I can concentrate on what I'm doing, but still have a rhythm going on in my ears.
Gotcha. I got a couple put-ons, like you said, the Bad Boy stuff. Absolutely, y'all go check that out. That was a really dope live that we did with frames per second.
Yep.
Also check out it's Black Music History Month. We did a live with Is the Mic Still On, just doing some Black History trivia. It was really fun. We played like Pictionary and named people from cards and shit. It was dope. So y'all go check that out. And also a re-put on. You said last week the book For the Culture by Marcus Collins.
Yes, sir.
Fire.
Yes.
Absolute fire.
Where you at?
I'm on I just started chapter 2.
Oh shit. You ain't got hey boy, when he get to the Beyonce, man, he
Listen,
dropped it's so
man.
many gems in that chapter right there. Go ahead.
If you are an entrepreneur, if you're selling something, if you're trying to figure out a marketplace, and it ain't just media like we do with podcasts, it's like whatever you do, like listening to this dude talk about, what he's figured out and the sociology of marketing and reaching people with your product.
Yeah.
Absolute flames. This is a great put on, AB. So if y'all got Audible or you're going to buy a hard copy, whatever it is, but go check out For the Culture, man, by Marcus Collins. Dope book.
That motherfucker in the library, man. If you want to pull up to the library just to give it a test run,
bro. Please
do
go
that.
get it, man. If you're trying to sell something, bro, go get this book.
Even if you're not I ain't gonna limit it to that. If you're trying to build your tribe or find your tribe as it relates to your customer base, if you're trying to find where they hang out, this will help you do that.
Yes, and you're trying to find all the terminologies and thought processes, go get this book, bro. This great put on, bro.
Nah, he cold.
Great put on. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, man. Another week in the books, guys. On Deck TV Show, youtube.com/On Deck TV Show. If you're listening to us, we appreciate that, but check us out on YouTube as well. Anything else before we get out of here?
That's it, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us each week. Check out all the other stuff that we do as well outside of the On Deck TV podcast. We look forward to connecting with you.
We out.